If you have Cancer for your sun, moon, or rising sign, you might want to check this video out. But yeah, I'm already drawing the cards. I'm already seeing some things. So let's get started, Cancers. All right, so we have, from the Goddess deck, we have a lot of interesting things going on here. I'll point out, I guess, the most, what's sticking out to me right away. If you're planning on having a kid, if you're planning on dealing with children a lot, your body is going through a change right now. Your body is going through some cycles and rhythm, your body's emotions, yourself. And even with guiding children, seeing that next to each other, and Abundantia is definitely telling me, if some of y'all are planning a kid, this might be the month to, you know, focus on that ovulation, focus on all those things, because I do see some good things coming up. We have Anya, Leap of Faith. We have Kali, endings and beginnings, letting go of the old to enter in the new. So if that is something you're working towards, I think there's something holding you back, whether that be from childhood, because with Bridget, don't back down. That's the kind of card that stands out to me here. Everything else feels like it's flowing in a similar direction. Either you wanting to work with kids, you wanting to have a kid of your own, and having some luck on that aspect, or your body and mental stuff going through that, and that's what's going to help you connect with another child. Especially with Maeve, I also see it around menstruation. So maybe there's young girls and young women or young people with female bodies in your life that might come to you for help. They might be dealing with similar issues as well. But yeah, Bridget is the one thing that kind of stands out for me here, because it's like, don't back down. So what, either it is maybe for these children, you're going to have to stand up in a way if you're working with kids a lot, or if you're dealing with these kids a lot. Again, if we're seeing issues around maybe menstruation, puberty, things like that, maybe you're going to have to advocate for them a little bit more. Maybe other people in the family don't get it. Other people in their family don't quite get what's happening to their body. So I think that could be happening there as well. But through this work that you're doing with children, through this way that you guide the children, the universe is recognizing that, and the universe sees that, and they're acknowledging that. Like, you put in a lot of work to help them. Cancers, you put in a lot of work to nurture and nourish other people. So it's time for you to get some of that in return with Abundantia. So you have some coins, you have some money, you have some good things coming your way here with the cornucopia being poured down onto you. It's up to you to receive it. And I think with Cancer, that is like the trickiest part, is the balance of the giving and receiving, because Cancer is such used to being, whereas Leo is like the giving sign, yes, in a sense. I think Cancers can be very nurturing. Cancers can be very much giving to others, but when the emotions come into play in the way they do with Cancer, depending on, depending on also other placements. Wow, a lot is going on with my chest right now. So Cancer, I don't know if that's an area y'all might want to pay attention to as well, because I was feeling perfectly fine. Now I'm just feeling like a lot is coming up. It could also just be like emotional stuff from the heart chakra. We know Cancer is very deep on emotions. But yeah, coming back down to that, Bridget, is what's like really, really sticking up for me, because I think there's either going to be children in your life, or you're going to be the one where it's like maybe other parents or other adults are going to push you back on what it is that you think is right for your children or the children you're working with. And it's like, I think Bridget is here for like, no, you need to stand up and you need to communicate, because you really get what's going on. Again, whether that be through something about puberty and the physical body, especially dealing with, if you're somebody who menstruates and you're dealing with a lot of, again, young women or young people with female bodies, that can be something that you have knowledge on, you have awareness of. It can be a very isolating and lonely experience. So I think that's why it's very important for you to be there. And even with Kali, Kali is associated with endings and beginnings, and in a way we could see that linked with our cycles of menstruation, our cycles of puberty, our cycle, you know, all of our transitions that we go through in life. So there's a lot of transitioning going on around you. Cancers, there's a lot of, you know, death, life, rebirth, these ideas playing out around you. And I think it's really time for you to stand up for whatever these children are, whatever this vulnerable group is that needs guidance, because now they're starting over a new phase, a phase that you've already been in, but now they're starting it up. And there's maybe going to be some pushback on that. Again, maybe their bodies are changing, their emotions and hormones are changing, and it's just really up to you to kind of help them. Again, that could be young children you're working with. That could be, if you wanted to have your own children right now, I am seeing some positive signs for that as well. And if there's just young children in your life that maybe are going through a lot of changes and shifts, so really pay attention to that, because that's where a lot of it is coming from. And you're learning some lessons from them. You're learning the lessons of like fairies and magic and playfulness, and that's what you get out of it. And that's an amazing thing. Maybe it's not tangible, maybe it's not money, maybe it's not as nurturing and nourishing as what Cancer gives out, but it's a beautiful, beautiful thing for you to always have that magic within you, and to always have that kind of childlike mind, I think, for everybody, not just for Cancers, but for all signs. So that's kind of what we get out of working with kids. So yeah, there's going to be some pressure, I think, to put your heart's actions into truest desires as well. With Anya here is where there's going to be some pushback in what you think is right for the kids. There's going to be some pushbacks in maybe what the kids want for themselves and what other people are thinking they need right now. So, you know, really advocate for what you think is right, and stand up for those who are being vulnerable. Stand up for those who are vulnerable. Stand up for those who are being taken advantage of. And let's see what's coming out of the Sacred Self-Care deck. Okay. All right, so we have connecting with crystals. So connecting with some earthly energies can be important. We even have some pink crystals here, which maybe could be rose quartz, but it's also like different colors. But we could say rose quartz is a good crystal for Cancers to work with as well. What else? Rose quartz. I think lepidolite is good for the heart. And you can just see what else is good for the heart chakra or good for Cancers. Those are just some recommendations. We have sweet treat, baking, Cancers, Libras, all those types of signs. Y'all love to be in the kitchen from time to time. Y'all love to express, I think, your nourishing and nurturing energy through like eating, because that's, you're literally nourishing and nurturing somebody else. You're nurturing and nourishing your own body. So baking, connecting with that could be helpful. Maybe, you know, whatever kids you're trying to connect with, or maybe if you're inviting, you know, maybe having some type of PTA, maybe having some type of family meeting, whatever it is, having some treats in the, you know, in the mix can be very helpful for you as well. And also, you know, maybe cooking is your strong suit, or baking specifically is your strong suit, because we're seeing the sweet treat side here. With like, we got fruits, candies, and then we have some sound healing. So with sound healing, that could be music. You can literally go on YouTube and type in like meditative vibrations. Different vibrations have different things. You can literally look up different sound vibrations of the chakras if you want to start somewhere. You could work with sound bowls if you have those, sound and singing bowls, wind chimes, just anything. Finding, I think, healing through sound is really key for y'all here. For me personally, I love to just listen to like maybe the wind rustling through trees and something like that. For me, centers me, it helps bring me back through that. I found healing. But sound healing specifically, you're really looking to get something else out of it. Maybe connect the sounds with different chakras, connect the sounds with different emotions in some type of way, especially Cancer being a more emotional one. Maybe one sound makes you feel uplifted, another sound makes you feel a little sad. So maybe focusing on that can be very important for you guys, and decode some type of important healing message that you guys need to have as well. So again, those are your sacred self-care oracle cards, Cancer. Sweet treat, sound healing, and connecting with crystals. So again, rose quartz could be very helpful. Some pink crystals, crystals for the heart and emotional stuff like that. And just one other message, because with this Maeve and Kali, maybe if you're not involved with kids in any way, this could also just be just in general with your own body. Maybe your body is going through a lot of changes as well. Your body and emotion, energy levels, all of that stuff is changing. So it's just telling you like, yes, the change may be new, it may be different, it may not be what you're used to with your body, or maybe it's something you went through before and you're like, damn, why am I doing it again? Release the old mentality and approach this as something new. Take what you can from the past, yes, learn your lessons, but approach this as something new. Keep your mindset positive, and abundance will come down to you guys. So that is our monthly horoscopes for our Cancers. If this reading resonated with you, comment down below. Again, check these videos out for your sun, moon, and rising signs, as they may all resonate. Look for what houses you have them in, or where they have the most influence, or maybe what signs have the most influence over all of your chart. That can be very helpful. If you want to book a Vedic birth chart reading with me, you can do so by clicking my Etsy link, which I'll put in the description below. And Vedic astrology, like I said, or like I've said many times on my Instagram, many times as I talk about it, it's different from Western astrology. So things are different. You can read the item description to find out more. You can do your own research to find out more. And then on Etsy, you can also book personal oracle card readings with me if you'd like. And then other than that, you could check me out on Instagram, where I go live pretty much every week. I might not go live this week because I'm trying to get up all these monthly horoscopes. But every week I go live, I do card readings, I answer questions about crystals, astrology, whatever it may be. That's kind of the way I do. I try to give back a lot of free content, so feel free to follow me on Instagram and join me there if you want to check out my lives. So enjoy the rest of your month, Cancers.